Hey everybody, this is Peter and welcome to the show today. Well, today I'm going to be making something from my home state, my old home state of Arizona. You know, many of you know I used to live there for about 30 years, and today I'm going to be making blackened chicken tacos. What? Blackened chicken tacos? Let me tell you, they are delicious. I'm going to show you how. Let's go. Okay, let's make some blackened chicken tacos, and let me tell you, it could not be simpler. I'm just going to be using a couple of chicken breasts. I'm going to be using a seasoning mixture by Kinder's. It's called the Blackened with cayenne and lemon. It's quite good. I like it, and you can make your own. As a matter of fact, there are so many recipes online for a blackened seasoning, and I'm going to go ahead and put a recipe that I saw online for a blackened seasoning down below in the comment area. Also, I'm going to be using some oil, some canola oil, just so that the blackened seasoning will stick to the blackened chicken. All right, before I go on with this, please do me a favor. If you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do so. It really helps me out. Also, at the end of the video or now, give me a thumbs up, and I really appreciate that. That lets YouTube know that other people might want to see this video. The first thing we need to do is we need to get the chicken to the same size so that it cooks all at about the same time. Now, if you look at this chicken, you can see that it's pretty big, and I'm going to show you. You see how it's thicker on one side? There's two ways of doing that, dealing with this. One is that you can cut the chicken breast into 3 pieces. You could cut this side here, like here, and then have this. Or what I do is I just use a Ziploc bag and a mallet, and I simply flatten the chicken out. And that's what I do, but you can do it either way. Today I'm just going to be putting this in and flattening the chicken out with a mallet. Here's my trusty mallet, Ziploc bag so it doesn't fly everywhere, and just tap it down. You're just looking for the chicken to all be about one thickness so that it will cook about the same time. That's all you're really after. All right, let me get the other one on here into the bag. We'll flatten it. That's all it takes. Really, really quick. Let me get this one pulled out. All right, get my plastic back here. There we go. All right, go wash my hands real quick. The chicken police might be out there. All right, now I'm going to be just drying the chicken off, getting some moisture, as in the water, off the chicken breast. And now the next step, I'm going to spray a little oil on these, just enough because I want the seasonings to stick to the chicken very well. So I'll put a little oil on there that will attract the seasonings. Put the chicken seasonings on, the blackened chicken seasonings. Now I've done this recipe before with blackened fish in the air fryer, and it came out really, really well. I was so happy with that. And then I saw blackened chicken, and I thought, man, that's going to be a good idea too. So I'm going to push that in a little bit, just so that it adheres well. And then we're going to come back and put more of the blackened seasoning over here. Okay, very good. All right, we're ready to go. Going to put this in the air fryer today. Air fryer, how about that? It's going to go even faster. Air fryer, 400 degrees, and we're going to be putting these in for about a total of 6 to 8 minutes, typically 4 minutes per side in the air fryer. You want to check the chicken and cook the chicken up to about 160 degrees. Don't go over that with chicken breast, because what will happen is that the chicken breast will start to dry out fairly rapidly. 165 is kind of the spot for chicken, and I do cook chicken to that. However, I stop at 160 because inevitably there's going to be a little bit of carryover on the temperature, and that's why I stop, if I can, at about 160. I'll tell you, the seasoning on this smells super fantastic. Again, Kinder's, I'm not connected with Kinder's at all. I'm just simply telling you what I'm using today. The air fryer is heating up. I would recommend that you preheat your air fryer every time. And today I'm using the Ninja Combi machine, but you can use any air fryer you like. I like the Ninja Combi. It works really, really well. I've had so many air fryers. I probably have 6 different ones today. So let me get our air frying basket over here. We'll put the chicken in, and then we'll go put it in the air fryer. Now these are supposed to be non-stick, and I think they clean up really, really easily. So I don't think that's a big issue, but I do always just spray it with a little bit of canola oil, and that will help get everything off of there, which I want. All right, now let me tell you that the pan has not been into the air fryer. Obviously, because if it had been, I would not be holding it. So I preheat the air fryer without the pan in there. You could do it either way. All right, 400 degrees in the air fryer, about 4 minutes. We're gonna flip it over, start checking everything at about 6 minutes, okay? Be back. Okay, we are back. These blackened chicken breasts came out really, really good. Let me tell you that because of the size of the chicken breast that I'm using, I did have to go a little longer than what I told you. So I think all in all, it's about 11 to 12 minutes. So again, just be checking the temperature. 165 is pretty much where you want it to be. 160 is even better. You're gonna pull it out, have a little carryover. The other thing I want to show you is that you might be inclined to cut the chicken in this direction. Don't do that because your chicken is going to be more tough. So what you want to do is you want to cut the chicken in this direction first. So I'm just going to cut some strips fairly thin because we're going to be putting these onto our taco. You know, if you're old enough like me to watch Emeril Lagasse in the past, he would always say things like, I wish you had smell-o-vision so you could smell this chicken. It is amazing. It smells fantastic. So I'm going to slice up one of the breasts because we're just going to be making 3 tacos today. Lucky me. So I'm going to go ahead and try that chicken. Amazing flavor. Hot, but amazing flavor. Okay. Now we've cut the chicken long ways. I got to put it in the tortilla. So I'm just going to cut it sideways now. Remember, cut it long ways first and your chicken will be more tender. Now I'm going to be putting on, and by the way, I went ahead and I toasted these tortillas while I was waiting on the chicken. I'm making the assumption that all of you know how to put a little oil in the fry pan, put the tortillas in, and get some marks on them. It does not take very long, but it's really, really important to do because that toasting is going to bring out some of the sweetness of the corn in the tortillas. So make sure that you always toast tortillas when making tacos like this. This is a Baja Sauce. And a Baja Sauce to me is a little bit of mayonnaise, sour cream, and a little bit of that Adobe sauce you find in Chipotle chilies, and a little bit of a lime juice, a little bit of lime. So just put this on the bottom on each one. You can put whatever you want to on your tacos. I'm just telling you how I'm making these. All right, now I'm going to put some chicken on here. You don't want to put too much because you know you want to be able to eat it, right? So let's go ahead and just put 2 or 3 pieces of chicken on each one. And you can certainly tell that you can make a lot of chicken tacos with just a couple of chicken breasts. I'll put one more right there, and then I'll put a small one back over here. And I think that's all that we're going to need for the chicken. So let me go ahead and set that chicken aside. Now I'm going to be putting on some chopped cilantro and some green onions on the top. You can use some lettuce if you want. Whatever you want to put on your taco. It's your taco. So do whatever you like. I always love radishes, and so I put a couple of radishes on mine. Here we have some red onion. I've sliced the red onion very, very thinly. So you can just lay some right here on the top. Now I have some good old pico de gallo. Now I have some jalapenos. I just sliced them very thinly. I like the flavor of jalapenos. I don't like the heat that much. So I'm just putting on some very thin slices. You can't have tacos without lime. So I'm going to put a squeeze of lime here. Finally, at the end, I'm going to be putting on some cotija cheese. And that's just going to take these tacos to the next level. It doesn't take very much, I'll tell you. And here we have it, folks, our blackened chicken tacos. And there's only one more thing to do. And I'm sorry you're not here because I would offer you some of these because they are just so delicious. So here we go. I'm going to taste it for you. These are so delicious. And by the way, I'm gonna have all the ingredients for you down below in the comment area. You can click down there and see all the comments. But these are really delicious, and I hope you'll give them a try. So good, they have a little spicy, a little kick because of the blackened seasoning, but I will tell you, they are fantastic. Well, thanks very much for watching the video today. I gotta eat my taco here in a minute. I appreciate you watching the video. Please do me a favor, if you have not subscribed already, please do so. It really helps us out. And also, please give me a thumbs up on the video, because that tells YouTube that other people may wanna watch this video too. Well, thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Enjoy your chicken tacos. Oh my God, it's so delicious. I love the little bit of heat that the blackened seasoning adds. It's just so fantastic. Hope you give it a try.